everyone, it's Christy here from Sweet Girl Designs. I'm back again today with another December Daily process video for you. My goal is to finish December Daily up before next weekend, so I am busy working on that. This video is for December 14th, 15th, and 16th. And I'm starting on this page here for the 14th, and it just has the one photo there on the left, and then I have a photo on the right, a 4x6 photo of my daughter grabbing some cookies. And so I really love that photo, and I decided to turn it into kind of its own mini layout there on that 6x8 page. I think I've mentioned before that when I bought my album from Studio Calico, I bought a bunch of page protectors because Studio Calico albums are a little bit different than albums that I've used in the past, and they have 6 rings, and so I bought some page protectors. And I think I decided to go with this 6x8 page just because I wanted to use up some of those page protectors and kind of keep my album a little bit consistent and have 6x8 layouts or photos kind of scattered throughout. So yeah, I totally could have just cut the photo in half and put it onto the left hand side there, but it's more fun this way. So I just chose this really graphic black and white pattern paper that I've used before. I'm running really low on my 12 by 12 papers from this collection, and I really hope I have enough, assuming that I'm only halfway done my album at this point. But yeah, so I cut that down to 6 by 8 and then just used a bunch of scraps that I have from papers that I've used before. So you'll see there in the top right hand corner I have a little bowl, and those are just all my teeny tiny embellishments, like probably like smaller than 3x4s. And then on my desk I have little piles just based on this size. So I just grabbed a bunch of pieces, and I totally could have salvaged some more scraps from these because the photo is hiding quite a bit of the paper, but I was feeling a bit lazy. So yeah, just layered it on, and I always kind of like the way the photo looks when it's a little bit diagonal, like not straight on. I don't know why I do that, but I just like the way it looks. And I use the Snow and Cocoa thickers to spell out the word cookies. And then I have these gold kind of puffy stickers that I got from Studio Calico. They're designed by Jasmine Jones, and I thought I would use that as well. And it just says enjoy. Ideally, I would have liked to have it above when it says enjoy cookies, but it just didn't look right to me, so I popped it on the photo instead, and it says cookies enjoy. And then I added a little tiny word sticker that says my favorite. And I found this flare in my stash. It says you and me. It's on a photo there of my daughter and my dog. My daughter's eating the freshly made cookies. She's there in her apron, which I may or may not have bought specifically for including in December Daily and making cookies. But my dog is looking at her, just waiting for her to drop some cookie. So I thought that was pretty cute. I added some of these enamel dots, which I found while I was cleaning up my room, and the colors worked pretty well. And this mittens ephemera, I just have so much ephemera left over. I bought 2 packs for my album, and I just don't find myself reaching for them. So I decided that I would use this mittens piece, which really doesn't have anything to do with cookies, but you know, oven mitts maybe? I don't know. That's where my head went. But yeah, I cut down some of that turquoise plaid paper for my 3x4 card, and the branding strip had like the bottom of those little flags, so I just decided to leave those on just kind of for something different. Just added decoration, which is already done for me. Added my journaling there. Added a chipboard snowflake, which the color matched the flare badge perfectly, so I decided to go with that. And then realized I hadn't yet done my date stamps, so I just decided to do a teeny tiny little filler card. Kept it pretty plain, but added the date there. And a gold label sticker from Stamping Up, I believe, from last year. And then it's these little flag stickers from Pretty Little Studio that say baking cookies. And then I remembered that I wanted to use this sticker from the Snow and Cocoa sticker sheet. It says Joy and Happiness. The color matches, again, the flare and the snowflake perfectly, so it worked out nicely that it's on the 6x8 layout. It just brings that color to both sides. And yeah, that was the 14th. Now we're on to the 15th, and I didn't have a lot of photos for this day. On this day, my husband and I wrapped all of the Christmas presents, and the photo was actually taken the following day, the 16th, because we wrapped our presents at night, like after the girls went to bed, and it's really dark, and the lighting in our house is just awful anyways, so the pictures that I took of us wrapping were pretty brutal. So I just took a quick picture the following morning of all the presents under the tree, and that's good enough for me. So yeah, I just have this one 3x4 photo. And I had the back of the 6x8 page protector, so I decided to do another little mini layout. So again, just reaching for my scraps, reaching for the ephemera, which again, like I said, I haven't really been reaching for, so I decided to try and use up some of those pieces. I think the reason why I haven't been reaching for them is that because they're quite big, like they're larger pieces of ephemera. Lots of acetate, which I found difficult to use on the pattern paper, but I will get them used. Yeah, so I just chose this Wonderful Winter, and I did reach for this snowflake one, but I don't end up using it. Instead, I just layer my photo on this 3x4, or I guess a little bit larger than 3x4 paper, and then the Wonderful Winter is layered on another scrap of paper, and then the chipboard piece from this tree. Layer a little sticker tree underneath, but decide that that one's too little, so I go with this bigger one. And then this sticker also that says beautiful and bright. And not a lot of journaling for this page, so I just centered my date stamp there at the bottom just for something different. Scattered some of these gold chipboard stars from Studio Calico around just to fill the emptiness a bit out of my journaling, and that one is done. It came together pretty quickly. I did adhere those two layouts together back to back just so that they didn't shift. Alright, so now we're on to December 16th. I had printed 2 photos for this day, but I didn't want to take up more than one page protector, so I decided that when I printed my photos that maybe I would do a flip pocket. So here you see me kind of playing around with what I want to do. Do I want to do a flip pocket? What do I want to do? And I decided instead of doing a flip pocket that I'm going just to do kind of like a pull-out feature. So I'm using my tab punch from We Are Memory Keepers so that it's kind of more obvious that this pulls up. And the photo of okay, on this day we went to my husband's family's house and we made these Dutch kind of, it's not a pastry, Dutch, it's essentially like a sausage, it's a sausage bun. So some meat wrapped in some dough and to make a bun. And so the picture of the finished product is not that attractive. And so I liked not really seeing it. Instead, I took a picture of my mother-in-law's cookbook with the recipe on there, and I really liked having that. Her handwriting is atrocious, and so it's kind of funny just to have that in my album, just to kind of have the memory of her, her just the memory of lots of things about her, I guess, that she loves to cook, and she's an excellent cook, and her handwriting, and just the memory of us making them with her, and all that. So the photo of the recipe will be what you see, and then this will be what you see when you pull up the tab. Is just like this little journaling page. So I went with this pattern paper of the houses and the birds. I hadn't yet used it from the 6x6 paper pad, so I decided to get it in there. And I don't love the way it looks with the journaling. It's a little bit too busy, but you don't see it unless you pull it out, so I'm not too bothered by it. And then I have these stickers from Pretty Little Studio, these phrase stickers. And this one that I chose says Made with Love. And it's kind of a vellum sticker, which I did not realize because this is my first time pulling those out. But again, the pattern paper is just a little bit too busy, so I backed the vellum sticker on some white cardstock and just fussy cutted it out and just threw it on there. Not loving that card, but what can you do? And then I have just a filler card up above. So I'm going to pull out some of those big ephemera pieces again. Just kind of making a fun filler card. It's my favorite thing to do. So I bring out this 6x6 paper with the grid design. I kind of like it because it mimics the recipe book a little bit. And the polar bear is just so cute. So I just pull out another little piece of scrap and make some layers, going through my tiny word phrases and stickers to see if anything really fits. And I believe I choose our family and memories. So these sausage buns have been made in my husband's family for years and years and years. And my husband's Oma would make them, and they would be perfect. Like, they'd look perfect and taste perfect. And the whole time we were making the Westerbrot, we were joking how like hideous they looked, and how Oma would not be impressed with how we were making them because the sausage wasn't rolled perfectly, and the dough wasn't rolled around the sausage super tight and all that kind of stuff. So we just pretty much joked about that, and yeah, it was a fun time. And I have all that journaling hidden down below. Alright, so that is it. That was quick. For the 14th, 15th, and... No, yes, 14th, 15th, and 16th. So thank you so much for watching. Just switch these two things around just because of the balance of the date stamps. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and there will be more videos to come. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.